Students, welcome to the class. Today we are going to discuss about the next topic, that is gender. Gender, coming from the genus, kind or sort, that is the subcategory. That is a nouns, one of the categories of nouns is gender. You are very familiar with the word and you know about it. So it is easiest. Masculine, the first one. Masculine means a noun that denotes a male animal. A word used for male category. Ox, man. So the male category is considered as masculine. And the feminine, when we talk about feminine, it is the female category. A noun that denotes a female animal. Woman, girl, cow. Here, boy is masculine and feminine. Girl is feminine. Masculine, feminine. And we have a third category, that is common. Masculine means male. So we are talking about the sex, whether it is male or female. All the nouns that are male come in masculine. All the nouns that are female come in feminine. So common. There are some nouns which can be used for both the male as well as female. When a child is there, we do not know its sex, whether it is male or female. In that category, we simply address it as child. And a teacher can be a male person or a female person. So such category are taken into common noun. A noun that denotes either or either a male or a female. That's both male and female can come in common. Parent. We have two parents. One a male and the other is female. So a parent can be a male as well as a female. Pupil, students, can be male as well as female. Child, friend. So and so on. There are many words which are used both for masculine as well as for feminine. Both for males as well as females. Those are all taken as common gender. And one category we have, the neuter gender. Neuter gender means they do not have a sex, that is neither male nor female. We cannot categorize those things as male or female. Those are called a neuter gender. The neuter very word means neither, not this, not that. It means neither male nor a female. A noun that denotes a thing that is neither male nor female. A thing that is neither male nor female. We cannot categorize it as a masculine or a feminine. Those are all taken into the neuter gender. So we call them things without life. Things without life. You have a cooler, you have an AC, you have window, you have fan, your pen. So all these things cannot be categorized as masculine or feminine. Therefore, we take them into the neuter gender. Now, we have personified things. When we have some personified things means some non-living things. Already we have discussed that things without life, that is non-living things. Non-living things are taken as neuter gender, but some of them are given human form. That is called personified things. It means we are looking at those things as persons or human beings. So those non-living things which are considered as living are called personified things. Objects without life are spoken of as if they were living beings. So we consider those things as personified. Even though they do not have life, we categorize them either into the category of masculine or into the category of feminine. Those are called personified things. let us look into which are the things that we generally categorize into masculine and feminine. Masculine for strength and violence to show the power. So the things which show the power, yeah, the violence are taken as masculine. Even though they are not living, we categorize them into the male side. We put them into the male side. For example, we show the strength and violence. For example, death, time, summer, winter, sun. The sun was shining, he was shining. So in that way we say the sun was furious. So we categorize these words as the strength or the power. So we put them into the category of masculine. Whereas when we talk about feminine gender, feminine is used for beauty, gentleness and gracefulness. So beauty, gentleness and gracefulness, all these things are expressed with the feminine gender. So generally we use the non-living words like liberty, justice, the moon, the earth, these kind of things, the river, and all taken into feminine gender. Now let us look into how to form. How do we form the masculine and the feminine genders? Ways of forming feminine nouns from the masculine nouns by using an entirely different word. For example, father, mother, boy, girl, ox, cow. So two different words are used for forming the feminine. Now by adding EWS, INE, tricks, and all, we form the feminine gender. Example, lion, lioness, hero, heroine. See, these days some words have totally removed. That is, it's feminine form. What we call a police officer. There is no policeman and policewoman. So we call them as police people, otherwise policemen. So there is no male, female. And a writer, we just simply say author. There is no author and authoress. So hero and heroine, she is a hero. So it's not necessary to use that she is heroine. So many words, right? Poet, poetess. Now we are not using poet. She is a poet. So feminine words have lost its, means almost lost its importance, and we simply use the male word for both the female and the male. Testator, testatrix, sailor, sailora. So these word for addressing, for respect. So this is different way. We use ESS, IN, tricks. In this, one or two words are added with the masculine to form the feminine. And sometimes by adding words before or after. So with the one word is given, we add one word. Before the word given or after the word given. In that way also we can make. Like grandfather is given. So we are removing the father for making the feminine gender. Masculine is grandfather. Father is removed and mother is added for forming the feminine. Man servant. Man is removed. Maid servant. So instead of man we put a maid. Maid servant. So we can form the feminine. So these are the ways we form the feminine genders from the masculine gender. I hope you might have understood this topic. If you have any doubt, don't hesitate to ask me. Thank you. Have a nice day.